Hey everybody, welcome back. Doing another episode here with Wulfrik, the Wanderer. Alright, so last time we were just starting to get some of these bad boys. And those should really help us solidify our advantage. I'm not sure how many we can get. I think we can get up to 4. It'll tell us here. So the base is 2 per unit, and this gives +1. So we can get 3 of the anti-infantry ones, which is a pretty good number. And then we can probably get up to 3 of the anti-large ones. Now, the anti-large ones are still going to be pretty good against infantry, let's be real. But they do have very nice anti-large of 18. You'd think it'd be a bit more. So they're not going to completely, like, murder large units in the same way that, like, super elite halberds will, but at the same time, they're also pretty solid themselves. I mean, 53 defense on a unit that has this much offense as well is pretty good. What's the defense on these dudes? It's a little bit less, right? 48. What are they using? It says the other ones have great weapons. I guess these are using, like, axes or something. I'm not really sure. Have to check them out in combat. Okay, sails, for sure. Next target. We'll eventually get to this god system once we get out of Norsca, which should happen within the next episode or two, I think. We should probably have all of Norsca. Okay, so the tier 4 unit's not quite by turn 20 as fast as we possibly could have gotten them, but pretty dang fast. Technologies are 3. Okay, so it's still counting as rating, even though we're recruiting stuff. So that's interesting. Okay. And all we have to do is just win a couple more fights, and then we get the quest battle. And I think if we have Famir, we should be able to beat any sort of quest battle they're going to throw at us. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'm too confident about those Famir, but I mean, it's a level 8 or level 9 quest battle. Like, that's supposed to, like, your tier 3 would be all I would imagine they would expect for you to get out of that. Right? I mean, they can't expect that much more. That early of a level. Now, it's those quest battles that are like, you need to be level, like, 13 or 14 to activate or more. Like, that's the stuff that starts to get kind of spicy. But I really want that quest battle. Not only is that, like, a pretty sweet, you know, buff that you get when you're fighting other people, but the big one is the 5 extra public order everywhere. It's going to be fantastic. About to get our fire mage. Now, it's not going to be that great of a fire mage to start with, but working up there. If you've watched any campaign where I've used a fire mage, you understand just how powerful fire magic is. It's definitely in the running for strongest magic in the game. I think the strongest magic is probably, I think life magic is really far up there. Fire magic is really far up there. Oh, Garumdi got destroyed. Wow. How? Kislev? Alright, well, there's one less Norscan faction we have to worry about. And this is going to be tricky. If they just sit there and buff up and get like another 20 stack and then give it to Throgg and he's sitting right next to the town, we're going to have to wait until he gets out of that town to fight him. Or we might have to fight disadvantageous numbers. But if we have the Famirs, that's our edge. Like, that is our way to potentially win a fight where we're outnumbered. Nah, it ain't happening right now. They're not coming for us yet, but I don't think we're going to be safe for that long. As these petty little mortals squabble and fight over their little fiefdoms. We grow ever stronger in the north. God, I really wish they would have done more at the north. I'm just... Game of Thrones, man. Still reeling from it. Still reeling. Okay. So we'll go one more. Because that's 19. I think still having 6 of these is probably a good idea. I mean, we could trim some of this down, but we can afford it. I mean, we're making 2,500. We're going to have to take taxes off of that pretty soon, though, most likely. So, yeah, this is just kind of like mustering mode here, and then we're about to just take in a breath before we start murdering everything. Okay, so over here, we can go ahead and throw down this money. I mean, I did want to do the skin wolf thing. I should have done this a couple of turns ago. But I forgot that we need to be in a town, like, we need to be in the province when we hire the skin wolves to get the +5 ranks. And it's going to take forever to run over here, so I think we'll just wait until we drop back by this area later with, and we start to go after Bretonia, maybe, which could be a really long time away. We'll see. I mean, this stuff actually... We have tier 3 over here. We don't have the wolves. But we could make the wolves over here when we get these at tier 3. So we can just get them over here. That would be a lot better with Wulfrik. Now, he doesn't have the skill or whatever to do that yet, but we're working on it. It's like 3 levels away. Get a few kills, get a few wins, we can do it.
Slaughter the sheep.
So I got
Northmen come. Northmen come.
28. Or it's 18 units. It's gonna be a fight. We don't have lightning strike yet. Those Famirs are still gonna be, you know, somewhat susceptible to the javelins, though. So we gotta make sure we get those javelins under control. I don't remember if I gave the special shout out yet either, but yeah, thanks to Joel and Zach for sponsoring this campaign. I really appreciate it. Remember, we are going to the very end of this, all win conditions. I know some people out there get really excited about that. As I explained in Chaos Campaign several times, if you're wondering, well, why doesn't he do that all the time? You know, the main reason for that is viewership just drops off after like the first 10 episodes. Regardless of the creator, regardless of how exciting or cool the campaign is, it just drops off. People are just like, okay, I've watched this for a few episodes, I'm gonna go watch something else, you know? There are people that'll stick with it for sure, but that's why you don't see a lot of content creators like releasing, you know, 70 episode campaigns for Total War that do like all victory conditions. Like, nobody does that. I mean, maybe there are like some much smaller creators that might do that, but none of the majors do that. Nobody with like 20,000 subs plus is going to do that. Not that 20,000 is even really that major, but like, you can find someone with like 500 subs that'll do anything on YouTube, but it's tough out there. Okay, so he ran away from Winterpire, which is good. Remember, we're just waiting on Throgg to come back, because we have to actually kill Throgg in order to get him, ironically enough. Because if we just wipe out his faction and don't confederate with him, then we don't get him. Now, we could, I guess, awaken the tribe and get him. Awaken, like, Norsca. It gets really convoluted, though, to do that. Somebody's burning a lot of stuff up in here. Is it Beastmen? Who is doing this? It doesn't look like a Norscan people because it doesn't have a little head above it or anything. Maybe they're just dying to public order. Chaos is... I know Chaos over here. Like, they're the ones that killed... But that doesn't make sense. Why would Chaos kill Shock Trocket? Oh, that was also... Dwarves. Okay, so dwarves are just getting wiped out by Chaos Swarms. Okay, cool, I guess. I would like to have this, for sure. 10% replenishment is pretty freaking sweet, too. I think we just keep cranking the Famirs, though. As much as I would love to get something else. Okay, so it is 3 maximum of the normal ones. Okay, so we get 1 more of these large ones. That'll put us at 4. That's pretty good, although we could do a little bit more. That's probably fine. Like, we have a nice front line, and these are our flanking units. These should do a lot more damage than the chariots do. We'll see. Their charge bonus is not insane, but... we'll see. Okay. Alright, so he's moving over here as per usual. I know I don't have to press it every turn, but I just want to make sure that it's on track, so I don't get trolled. So we're getting sort of situated here. Just kind of sprinkling in, waiting on these mirrors. I don't know if they had any more ice trolls. I don't think they have the troll buildings. I think that the only trolls that he had were the ones that he started with. What other large units would you fight early on? I don't think we fight a lot with Famir. We might want to fire up the Monster Hunter stuff here in a second, though, and see if we can do 1 or 2 of those hunts. I'm not sure, once again, what all they entail. It used to bug out if something happened involving the Tower of Throgg. I don't remember what it was, if it was already burned, it bugged out, or if somebody else owned it, or if you owned it. I don't remember what the situation was with that place, but there was something that bugged it out, but apparently they fixed it, I hope. And you couldn't do any of the other monster hunts, because I think you have to do them sequentially. Alright, so Nordland has been eliminated. Don't come at me, man. Don't do it. Okay. Just give me a little more time. Just a little more time. Really surprised Osland hasn't tried their luck with me yet over here. I just need the public order. I think if everybody gets green, I might get up to 15% extra raid income. Right now, I'm losing 15% raid income from each province where everybody is full red. That's what it looked like. So if I can get green with every province where everybody's full red, that would be pretty fantastic. Okay, the Deadwood Sentinels are destroyed, which means those Norscan factions are getting strong up there. I'd be interested in taking them on, but I think we have to deal with Kislev first. I mean, we could just try like the old-fashioned way to confederate with them, but it seems difficult. And they really want me to go down here and mess with Norden. We're back to high. Oh, his army just got wiped. Man, I really want Throgg. Don't make me wait on him. Alright, after this last Famir, we're going to go look at him, because it says his army is really weak. But he's not back yet. He can't be back yet. Because it hasn't been 7 turns, I don't think. Well, it was turn 23, so I said he was coming back around turn 30. Okay, this might actually line up perfectly. So he's going to spawn in one of these towns. I'm going to protect him. If the dwarfs come over here and try to start messing, I'm going to kill him. Like, he's going to spawn, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to get Throgg. Because Throgg is a baller, and I want him. Okay. So one more turn of mustering. Eye of the Storm here. Eye of the Storm. We're definitely going to get some more good fights in here.
Journey.
Just double checking the public order situation. Everybody's doing all right. Sort of, kind of. Okay, definitely can't tax that. Still able to tax that one though. All right. Alright, might as well go ahead, since we're sitting here anyways. Might as well go ahead and grab this. I think this is the best one. Replenishment is fantastic. 10% extra replenishment is very, very good. 10% campaign movement range is very good. That is okay. That's okay. That's like good later, but very expensive investment to start. That's extremely good once we start moving more on the sea. Don't care about this stuff, whatever. Just all I need are some javeliners, just some basic dudes, and that's fine. I mean, eventually we might want this one. We might want this one so we can get champions. But right now it's fine. So I think we'll just go ahead and grab that. It's going to make the other stuff more expensive, but that's fine. I think these two are reasonably costed, especially this one for 10% extra campaign movement. I really want it because we've got so much like surface area we're trying to cover here. All right. Okay, so Throgg's army just got wiped doing something. I don't know what. I assume messing with the dwarfs because that's the only thing he. Maybe Kislev. Probably dwarfs though. Alright, now we're going to have, what, 5 Famirs? 4? 4 or 5? I could have hired another one, but I didn't want to wait another 2 turns. I want to get moving here. I think that Throgg's going to spawn. Maybe I should have done one more. But I'm not sure what turn. I think that Throgg spawns in 8 turns, but I'm not 100%. That might be him right there. We're going to keep a close eye on the situation, and as soon as he's there, we're on him. Seems like he likes to spawn his armies in his hometown instead of one of these other 2, which is good. Because that's closest to the dwarfs and everybody else that we're trying to murder. I wonder what I get for those diamonds. It's probably just the same old story. 5% construction cost or whatever. We do need to start building those buildings, actually. When we start, like, really trying to get a ton of money, when we start sacking and, like, burning Kislev, and we want to upgrade all of our buildings to tier 3, all of our money buildings and all that stuff, all of our research buildings, we're going to want the, you know, the 20% cost reduction or whatever. Especially if we can start trading. We need to see if we can find some trade partners. Not sure who would want to trade with us. Maybe the other Norscans.
Marauders all.
It's not him, man. Where's my boy? I think maybe next turn he comes back. Okay, so we could get rid of one more unit. Maybe one more of these, step slightly closer.
The correct path. Voyaging. Done and done.
And then if he pops up, no big deal. We should be able to kill this town anyways, yeah. And if he doesn't, then we've got one more Famir.
It is settled.
We're getting close to getting our fire guy over there.
I go.
How close are we getting to the next level? So we can get that. It's going to take a little minute longer. What? I thought we were at 0. Come on, man. Technologies 3, faction 1. I don't know what faction 1 means. Ooh, I forgot about this. The minus 15% upkeep. That means we're going to be paying 15% more here in a little bit. It's going to be 450 more. Okay, so this is actually going to be really, really close to our budget for now. So, yeah, this is about all we can afford. Is the biggest army we can get right now. That's a pretty beast army for, like, 30 turns into the game, I think. Who... we can maybe try to trade with these dudes. Who else? Not Wintertooth. Grand Car does not like us. They obviously don't like us a lot.
Your will? What? You know these tribesmen hunger for raiding, not talking.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, it's getting spicy. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to afford... Wait, we might have to cut a couple of units here. Oh, we are going to get 10% more money right there. And come from sacking... Oh, there's the immune to high seas attrition. That's what I want. Yeah, we definitely want the money stuff. We also want monster hunters, though. Maybe we go monster hunter next. Alright, anyways. Alright, Throgg, where you at, boy? It's either this turn or next turn. I think he's coming back. I assume they're going to replace their whatever lord they have there with Throgg, unless they just bring him out as a separate lord. The Great Weapon Famirs should crush him if I can get him isolated. Now, they are not halberds. They are great swords, so they are much better against like cavalry than they are against single entity units because they only have a range of 1. So they're not going to be as strong against things like giants or dragons or whatever. They'll be okay, but there's not enough surface area to like really fully surround a lot of them. Because, like, halberds have a range of 2, if you didn't know that. So that means that they can attack, like, 2 rows of halberds can attack 1 unit. I don't know if that's all the time or if it's only versus large, but that's definitely a thing that halberds do. And that's why they're so strong, is that they basically get double surface area. So, like, normally if you had a bunch of swords around a giant, you might be able to get, what, like, maybe 10 of them out of the 140 to attack, maybe 15. But if you have halberds, you not only have that inner circle that's surrounding the giant, you also had the second layer circle that's surrounding the giant as well. So now instead of getting 15, you're getting like maybe 40 of them to hit. Because, you know, as the circle goes out, the circumference increases. It wouldn't just be another 15. It would be a little bit more. I don't know the exact math on it. This is hypothetical. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's exponentially much, much more damage because you... so much more surface area of your army is able to hit the large units with halberds. That's the secret to their success. So the Famirs don't have that. They still only have a range of 1, I think. Maybe that's not true because they're a large unit with great weapons, but sometimes those units will have longer range. Like, I think giants have a range of 3, technically. Alright, it must be next turn that he comes up. Okay, so we got 1 more turn of this. It's gonna hurt. So we're gonna have to wait 1 turn on that, take a hit, and then we're gonna have to wait on a little bit more. Okay, so Albion, got our money building. Everything else is doing all right. Sort of, kind of. This place is gonna go down, even with. Now, why is there still so much, like, untainted? This place. Oh, okay, he reoccupied it. Well, that's a problem. So minus 15% from raiding for that place, and a lot of these places are moving kind of in that direction. I guess some of them have been stalled out. 10% from raiding. 15% from raiding. So we're losing like most of our raiding income. Like if we didn't have that many modifiers for raiding or whatever, we'd probably be getting way more money. We are not technically raiding right now. Oh, this does give public order as well for end camp. So once we start raiding, we'll get at least another 400 or 500 gold, most likely. Okay.
I guide the tribe. I'll be there.
Alright, let's go for Monster Hunter. Let's see what we can get here. We can probably do 1 or 2 of these first hunts with these Famirs, I think. And we've got these javelins, which are great at killing big monsters. We've got a bunch of spears. Like, we are ready for the big monsters. Ready for most things at this point in this campaign, I think. Come on, Throgg. Come on, Throgg. Come back to me, baby. You beautiful, beautiful, big beast that vomits everywhere. Come back, my little pet. Reminds me of my daughter. Sometimes when the cat runs away, she's like, come back, come back. Alright, is that him? Doesn't look big enough to be Throgg. But maybe they put Throgg in the town and they put the other little punk on the outside. What y'all doing? Y'all coming at me? No, they're just cruising. I am shocked they have not come over here to kill me yet. It's because they're so busy with Marienburg and fighting their own little wars over here. Like, who is Ostlin fighting? Why are they not all over me yet?
So,
they're just fighting me. They're strong. Like, I don't know why they're not messing with me. I'm happy they're not backdooring me, but
Despoil and ravage.
battle time.
there he is. There he is.
Time.
All right, boy. We've been waiting for this moment. Do we go for enrage mode? We can't micro them if we do that, and if they get into spears, that could be a problem. And they're probably going to have some spears. I think we'll pass on the enrage mode. I don't want them to end up... Well, I mean, they would kill a lot of spears. They do get extra melee attack, and they get perfect vigor. They already have good vigor.
Taking heed?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm trying to think if we want to attack the guy on the outside or if we want to attack him. Okay, who's he at war with?
What?
Kislev. Kislev's at war with us, so they're not going to pay us. Crocodrock
Yes.
might. Crocodrock actually kind of likes us right now, which is weird. They like that we're raiding and trespassing against them.
Honor to your ancestors.
Nice!
pay us like 300 bucks, something? Come on, man. Give me something.
Agreed.
There we go. Just give me a little bit of money.
Yes?
Alright, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. Come on, Famirs.
Finally, a fight!
Finally a fight, I agree. Why'd you have to go get yourself killed before I was going to kill you 10 turns ago? But whatever, you're here now. What's his bonus versus infantry? 30? Yeah, it's pretty dang good. Alright, let's do this. This should put us at level 9 also, so if we can win this real cleanly, we might be able to do the quest battle. Or at least start the chain for the quest battle, obviously. We may not get to fight it right off the bat. We might have to go do some other stuff first. I like how some of the newer age quests aren't as wacky, like run across the earth, you know, to like send a hero, you know, on a 20-turn journey. Well, it's cool and everything, but it's like the stats were pretty lame on the legendaries, like the original legendaries for like greenskins, dwarfs. I think Empire was not as crazy, and some of the stats were pretty good on some of those items, but like I just remember some of the like the greenskin and the dwarf items are just like, what the hell? Why am I sending something all the way up to the Chaos Wastes? Why am I sending this hero all the way up here just to get this dinky little like piece of armor? It's like it's got 5 physical resist and 10 fire resist. Okay, actually, we do not have any. I forgot we don't have any reinforcements. We are just the Death Stack army now.
Yes! The Dark Gods command me! Chaos Marauders!
We are a more purified army.
Very well! Dark Warman! Harski Daos!
There's our new homeboys. Oh, yeah, whatever that is. 2 clubs. That's ready to start clubbing some clowns. This is a great weapon. So you got 1 big club or 2 smaller ones. I don't know what you'd call those. Like cyclopses, I guess? Like weird, like lizard cyclopses. Like, look like they got bird feet or something. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Dinosaur. Dinosaur cyclopses? I don't know. Whatever it is, they're going to start killing a bunch of stuff. Alright.
Chaos Marauders! All will be despoiled!
I just need a good wizard here. We're good to go. Oh wow, they're like spread out or something.
Quick! Charge them!
Moving out!
Oh, that's delicious. Not a spear in sight. Oh, there's 1 spear. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Chaos Marauders!
Okay, we are focus firing Throgg out with our dudes here.
Bring us to carnage!
Frontline these bad boys, and then we'll flank with these. We'll go ahead and split those off in like 5 groups. Flank and maybe try to kill the Manticore or whatever.
Chaos Marauders! If they close, kill them! So be it! Mortal fool! Your will! Chaos Marauders! Ah! That's the Master Speed! They will succumb! Annihilation! Yes! Freeze the chaos!
This is the true path to demon
Run! What? Move on them! The Changer directs us! Now! Chaos Marauders! Ah! Ah! Doing it! Ha!
Focus fire him down. Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Massacre!
I got some spears on our homies here. We got to get those off here in a second.
Chaos Marauders! Ah! Ah!
We have to kill Throgg.
Now is our
He's going to die in
time!
the town, though, because he's in the town. So if we, you know...
Yes, Lord!
I think he's going to rally back, you know, because he's on Legendary. So he'll be back. Trust me, if he has 1 HP, he's rallying back.
So be it! Down! Faster! Our blades hunger! No delays! What do you bid? Chaos Marauders!
It is all spit stuff. What are y'all doing?
If they close, kill them! Lob them! Gah! They will succumb! Chaos Marauders! Yes! Now is our time!
Some of these great weapon ones are getting a little dinged up here. Damn, Wulfrik's getting down. Get this manticore off.
The gods demand it! Leaving now! That's what the masters bid! Ha!
Wait, what? He got terror or
Chaos
something?
Marauders! Love them! Yes! Love them!
He better rally back.
Retreat! Ha! Chaos
There's absolutely no
Marauders!
way we don't beat these guys, right?
Ah! Quick! Get them! Yes!
These dudes are taking like no damage. Yeah, he's back. Okay, he just got terrored for a little bit.
My
Got a little
gods
startled.
call!
Manticore's up in his grill.
Bring us to carnage!
Understandable.
Yes! Now! The Dark Gods command me! Blood for the Blood God! Chaos Marauders!
Okay, so these guys were sitting in spears, to be fair. How many did they kill? Not many. 33, 38, 56, 76. Okay, I thought they were going to kill multiple hundred. They did not. These javelins did a pretty good job, though. But they didn't take any damage. Now, these guys were not sitting in spears, but they did a pretty dang good job. Alright. Yeah, I mean, they did not lose a single unit. Spears actually killed a decent chunk. Okay, so these Famirs, they're doing all right there. It's kind of inconclusive. It's just one fight. And we're not putting up quite the numbers I expected, but, you know, these guys were really outnumbered. Like, they were just sitting in spears, and they were going berserk. And they were just, like, completely surrounded. These guys have higher defense than these do also. But yeah, the spears, halberds, still going to be a bit of a problem. We don't have a good answer to that other than, like, our, like, champions with great weapons, I think would be pretty good against most halberds. Certainly Empire halberds. Empire don't have, like, elite halberds. I guess they have, there's, like, a legendary unit, like the Altdorf halberdiers or whatever, that are pretty good, but may not stand up to, like, Temple Guard or, like, Blackguard of Nagaron, but pretty good overall. As an insult. Alright, we got him. Alright, so what is it? 8 turns before we can get him. Yeah, 8 turns. We can bring him back. Okay. Sweet. We don't necessarily need a second army right now. And this dude's definitely getting out of here. Actually, he has 12 points. He hasn't spent any of them yet. That is nice. Okay, we're going to hold on to this guy for later. We'll have him. Heralder. He'll be like our 3rd lord we eventually hire. But obviously we want to level up Throgg first. Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you back.
Despoil and ravage.
Let's go chill, you know, go on vacation for a little while. We'll talk to you in about 50 turns.
Where's my next quarry?
So we have a little bit more cash here.
To the 4 corners.
What do we got? Okay, so nothing special at Winterpire, Altar of Spawn. This place is tier 4. They must have just got that. We could get some giants. Or at least a giant. Kind of expensive, but... Okay, so we can give everybody like some little bonuses. Everybody gets 5 melee defense, 70, 40, 50 armor. It's okay. I don't think I even really want these. I mean, these are pretty good. They're 35-40 though. And they do have plus 40 versus large, but like these Famirs with the great weapons, I think are just better. Like, they do 90. How many are in a stack? There's 24 in a stack here. These are 16, but they have more defense, more armor. They're okay. Now, we could get the Famir Balefiend with fire. What are some of his bonuses? Instead of that fire mage that we just hired, which is annoying, but... Okay, so standard fire spells. He has replenished troops. That's actually really good. Miasma of Despair. What is Eye of the Balefiend? Okay. Magic resist 15. I think these guys are better than your standard. They're more expensive for sure, but they can actually fight. Like the normal wizard can't fight at all, I'm pretty sure. Okay, 10 armor. I wish it showed you like their stats and stuff. I mean, why not? Like, is it that hard to put it into the client? Magical reserves, arcane conduits. They have specialist, damage building doesn't matter. Stimulate growth is helpful sometimes, not that often, but replenish troops is very good. Big thing is they can actually fight.
I am the Wanderer.
Now, normal fire guy here that I've been running over here the entire time.
Sorcerer.
Can't fight. He's terrible. He has no armor. Other dude has like 110 armor. You get a chariot mount, whatever. The other guy has way more health too. I don't know how much exactly, but probably at least 7,000 or 8,000 health. So, Ritualistic Fury, the other guy has that too. 15 melee attack. The problem is this dude sucks in combat. The other dude can actually fight in combat. Twisted Architecture. 10% for buildings. Income from all buildings. Immortality. Potent. remember seeing something like this with a Chaos Wizard that I hired, so I think just maybe all magic users have this. Minus 15% cooldown to spells. If he's the only one that has this, the cooldown to spells is pretty good, but I still don't think that makes up for the fact that he doesn't have replenished troops, which the other dude does. It's usually like 12% replenishment, which is very, very important when you have elite troops that are very difficult to hire. I mean, I guess, like, it's not as much of a big deal because we have that ship system now where we can hire, you know, mammoths and Famir on the run, but if we get some other stuff eventually, you know, we get some frost worms, we want to throw a giant in there or something like that. Having that replenishment is really nice. And sometimes you just don't want to stop and rehire your units for 2 or 3 turns and spend thousands of gold on that. So, how much gold is it to upgrade that stuff, though? Now, if we want to get to frost worms, we're going to need to... I'm not sure if we want them. I mean, the fact that they fly is very handy. The Dragon's Breath is very nice. Like, they're very good sort of support unit. They cause terror, great for sieges. The little debuff is decent. They're only 576 gold, so pretty reasonable, pretty reasonable. 2,000, 3,000, and this will... That gives us extra Famirs also when we level that up. So we can get 1 extra Famir Balefiend. And we get +1 normal Famirs. And some extra trolls. Now we can't hire... Those don't require an extra building, which is handy. Both of these require an extra... I guess the Feral Mammoth does not, but we can get normal mammoths on our ship if we want to. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Probably not going to need that. Plunder Hall. That's the research rate and upkeep reduction. So we want to keep that. And Slavers Camp, we want to keep that. Okay, great. So we can go ahead and try to go for this. Why is... Okay, Ice Trolls. Are these even worth? I mean... They only have 25 defense and 60 armor. They do 175 damage, which is a pretty big hit. But a lot of that is not armor piercing. 100 of it's not piercing. So the Famir, now they do regenerate and they have 25% physical resist. So that's legit. I feel like the Famirs are better. They're way cheaper. Have way more armor, more melee defense. Similar melee attack, 50 versus 55. Sunder armor, which is great for all of your units. Fast attacks. Way more leadership, 65 leadership versus 45. Yeah, I just think the Famirs are just better, straight up. It doesn't require a secondary building. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get this, and then I'm just going to get the Famir Balefiend and just forget the fire guy. It sucks that we don't, like, get an extra... Oh, it'll say some of his special stuff here. Yeah, missile resist. Evasion. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that, and then... Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so we're going to get rid of that. What are Ruinous Stables? Oh, these are for these things. I would like to get the wolves on this tier 3. So let's see if we can get rid of this. Get one of these skin wolf guys. None of these are giving us like recruitment ranks though. Just giving us capacity. Now that gives a rank, but you have to upgrade to tier 4. And we also can get obsidian here, which we do want the obsidian. How are we looking on money? We're not looking fantastic on money right now.
The eternal challenger.
We did hit rank 9, which means we're going to get a prompt for that quest. 15 leadership. Okay, we don't have mammoths yet. We could start going for the... They're not high enough level yet, but we need to get to lightning strike. So I think we just go despoilers. Sounds good. Public order through here is probably fine. For Drake. Let me check all the provinces. I know I just spent all that time running the fire guy over here, but I didn't know we were going to have a tier 4 town. It was tier 3 when I walked past it, I'm pretty sure, a little bit ago. So we're going to have to raid a lot. This place is going down. I guess it's not a huge deal. It's pretty hard to hold it. It sucks. Chaos is going to get a hold of it, but that's how it goes. I mean, we just can't hold it. There's just the lack of the corruption is ruining us over there. So we need to get this public order thing going.
Undeniable.
We could snag that, which would allow us to get the public order going. But I want to get all this obsidian stuff going if we can. I don't know if we don't have enough room for it yet, though. I don't have any trade partners. I guess we just wait.
Bloodthirsty. I am told you want to talk. How disappointing.
Denied.
Who else would want to trade with us? Maybe Crocodrock?
It is time. And what can the Dawi do for you on this fine day?
I think I'm just gonna kill that. Alright, so the question is, how do we just wait on this Famir to do that quest battle? I think we probably do. I think we probably do. I would really like some fire magic. How long is that going to take, though? 2 turns, 5 turns, and then hiring one is instant once we finish it. So 5 turns to hire the dude. We should be able to hire him all the way over at Winter's Fire. So we can start moving over here and maybe take out these guys first. So do we just get rid of this dude? I mean, it's going to be 5 turns before he even gets over here. I guess we just get rid of him. So we just wasted a bunch of money. But I didn't know, once again, we were going to have the tier 4. So now let's just get rid of him, save that cash. Thanks for making the walk, man. See ya. Alright, and then we'll just put some money in and, you know, some other stuff in here. That'll be fine.
A battle is foreseen.
Ooh, hold up. What we got here? Little death magic. Little soul blight. What else? We got purple sun? No. Want. Why don't you have purple sun? Hey, it's some kind of magic, though. While we're waiting on that Famir for 5 turns, I guess we could run over here. Alright, so it's letting us scout a little bit. We got the Kislev.
No.
Okay, there's their lord. Unfortunately, we do not get to confederate with all of Kislev if we kill their lord. Okay, well, we can go ahead and start moving down here
Harbinger of war.
with this dude, or maybe even just throw him in this
Making my
army.
way.
Do the quest battle.
What do you want?
So, we got, there's a lot of action going on over here. Okay, so they don't have much of a garrison there. We can knock that out.
Guide us, horned one!
Oh, pit. That's a decent chunk of little spears. We should be able to run those over, though. How much bonus versus infantry? 5. Pit's tier 4. Pretty good little garrison. I still think we can crush it. Those are a little more scary. Are those plus 20, 25 versus large? Those are a little more spooky.
Where's my next quarry?
I mean, we might as well, I guess. We're gaining some extra cash per turn, but extra 10% replenishment is definitely useful. Okay, then we should be able to run over here and then fight the dwarves on the next turn. We can throw this shadow dude into our services.
Did you say something?
What else we got? Yeah, that dude, that place is gonna burn. I guess we can go ahead and try to get rid of that before it burns. Now, when it says +1 Famir, I'm pretty sure that's +1 of each Famir. So it's like you really can get up to 2 more. And Throgg's 8 turns. Okay, we at least got to sell the building, I guess. I'm not running down those rebellions that are going to take over Sarl. It's not worth protecting. It's like 200 gold a turn. It's not worth my time to march that army over there. The Hound, I believe, does give... Does it still give 10% upkeep, or am I thinking of something else if you do the Hound God? I just want Osric, or whatever, that Word of Change. Just seems really cool. Even if he sucks, he just looks cool. It's getting pretty close to an hour
I've
here.
little time for talking, but much time for killing.
No, sir. You are on the list. I know you think we're friends because we have common enemies, but let me clue you in. I kill everybody that's in my way. Even some people that aren't in my way. I'll kill them too. Need to wait on Throgg. We could have gone the whole campaign without killing Throgg, probably. And just like tried to play it nice with him. Although he did have some shaky diplomacy with us. Okay, never mind. We did not get to... Well... How do these idiots beat us? I mean, they do have a lord. That is going to be difficult to beat. I guess. These things suck. Like, these cultists are terrible. But these are pretty good. I mean, if we put the spears into these, we probably could beat these. But then our champions will not be able to stand up to their lord, or the Chaos Warriors. They're going to be too strong, ultimately, I think. I mean, it's possible we could beat them, but once again. Mess with that. -10 armor. Or Frozen Foot. I think... Oh, speed for all units. Oh, yeah, who cares about that? That's fine. I was thinking campaign movement speed. Oh, no. I have to have 4 Marauder Berserkers? Oh, that's troll. I guess that's not an impossible feat. It's just an annoying feat. I mean, we could make some an Altar of Storms. Fine. We can recruit some Berserkers. I mean, that's going to take, what, 3 turns? Have to recruit 4 Berserkers. Alright. So not the end of the world. What was I going to put here? Wolves? Oh, money. Altar of Spawns. We also need money there. Alright, let's put some money here first, and then over here we can put some wolves. Probably going to delete the wolf building after we hire 1 or 2 of these. How expensive are they? Okay. Maybe we hire 2 because we put 1 with Throgg. put a Bale Fiend and the Wolf with Throgg as soon as we are able to hire him.
Let's fight.
Beyond your comprehension.
These dwarves are just getting wrecked, dude.
My axe thirsts for
These
war.
chaos, man, like these chaos rebellions are serious. Hopefully they step up and kill them.
I refuse.
Okay, Dimitri's coming over and like occupying all this stuff. I guess that's good for us. Okay, no one's coming for us yet. Getting dicey. We really need that public order. Well, this place is next on the list. Okay, so Eagle, we do get 3 public order at some point. Okay, they did. I'm pretty sure one of these used to give upkeep reduction. It doesn't do that anymore. It's rating income, which is like alright, but it's not as good as upkeep reduction. That's upkeep for wards and heroes. Okay, so they changed it a little bit on this mod, I believe. Okay.
Undefeated. Speak.
Let me get rid of one of these javelins. But I think that's 7, 8-person frontline. I mean, maybe. I just don't think I need that many javelins. I mean, they are pretty good against large monsters, but they kind of step all over each other's shoes all the time.
Who's
Get rid of
next?
one of those.
I am the Wanderer. The eternal challenger.
Pretty much at time.
For the wisdom of Valea.
No escape. Done and done.
Soul Hexer. Finders, keepers.
Fear me.
Okay, messing with all those buildings. Bjornling's gathering. I guess we can just wait on that one. That'll be fine. Okay. And we're working Monster Hunter, yeah, so we should be able to have that soon. Let's see. Oh, these guys are not coming around to us. They're moving up a little bit, but they don't like the trespassing rating. Okay. We'll see what happens at end turn here. So we're what, 3 turns away from the Bale Fiend? Probably a similar amount of turns away from the Wolves, and then probably like 4 or 5 turns away from Throgg. Although I don't know if we can afford Throgg right away. We'll have to see how expensive he is. We could just bring out Throgg himself and just bring him into combat just so he gets some experience. Let's bring him along as just sort of a secondary fighter. The problem is it costs, like, it taxes your entire extra army 7%, which isn't as much in the base campaign is like 15%, or it used to be. Now, Chaos, I can do that. If you notice in my Chaos campaign, I bring around Kolick with me and, blanking out on the other guy, the Slanesh guy. I always blank out on his name. But I think we can afford to bring them along because with Chaos, it doesn't cost you anything extra to have extra armies. You have to, like, invest in technologies to get extra armies, but where is he raiding? Trollheim. Not sure where that is. Bay of Blades. Oh, over here? I don't. Where's he raiding? I don't see him. Wait, where? How is he raiding it from here? I'm not sure. Okay, so we can get Purple Sun here, which is not amazing against, I gave it a little new graphic here. It's not amazing against dwarfs, but in general it's very strong. Although we're gonna use fire magic instead of purple. Death magic's pretty good. I mean, Soul Blight is handy. Reducing all the stats is pretty good. Aspect of Dreadnought's okay. It gives everybody terror. Extra leadership is good. Doom and Darkness, minus 22% leadership's pretty good. Purple Sun is great. It's just fire has so many good things. It has Burning Head. Cloak of Fire is pretty good. Like the flaming weapons are great. The Flame Pillar is fantastic. It's got so many strong things.
I'm listening.
Anyways, we'll get back at it next time. So thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it. Looks like Oswald might be massing up on us, so we might be heading towards an apocalypse here. We'll see. They might come in and burn some of our properties. But we ourselves are going to start murdering some people, starting with these dwarfs, most likely.
Axe thirsts for war. Aye.
Some pretty good units, but they don't have any sort of garrison. Like, they have a garrison, they don't have walls, I mean to say. So I think we should be able to get in there, kill them. Still going to occupy. I think we can still occupy that. Anything that's chaotic, waste. Maybe we can't. This might be our first burn. Yeah, I forgot we can't occupy this either, I don't believe. I think the only thing we can occupy is chaotic waste. We'll see. I'm not sure how it defines what we can occupy and what we can't. I think it's just chaotic waste, though. But we'll figure out what our options are. But we're almost certainly going to kill these guys next and then start pouring down here. I don't really care that much about Crocotrock. I mean, with the diamonds, I'm not sure exactly what the bonus is. Whatever. We do need to go kill their main armies over here at some point, though. So maybe we circle in and kill these guys. I would like to take Hell Pit here. I don't remember if we get a bonus for that or not. I think we get a bonus for Skaven Blight, which is way down here. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Special thanks to Zach and Joel for sponsoring this campaign. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That's free, easy, just takes a couple of clicks, especially if you've made it through multiple episodes. You're probably enjoying it, so just please take the time, do that like, do that subscribe if you haven't before. It really helps out with the channel. But that's going to be it. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.